This video is a demonstration of a forecasting template. Using this file you can generate a very simple profit and loss and cash flow. It's perfect for sort of business planning and just seeing what impact your future transactions are going to have on your business. The first sheet you look at in this file is instructions, and again it's just easier just to print this off so you can refer to it easier. There's also colour coding, which is explained on this instruction sheet. The green sheets are these two here. They're the ones where you input information to. The red sheets here are just reports, so that's sort of reviewing the result of your inputs, and this blue sheet is the instructions. Okay, so first of all we'll move to one of the green sheets called expenses. So in here again it's all colour coded, so the blue cell, green cells sorry, are the ones that you can edit. You can just change those to whatever you need to. The yellow cells are protected, so you won't be able to change any of those. They've got formulas in. So the first thing you would need to do is put in the first month of the year that you wanted to look at. So if you put in 1st of November 13, then you can see it changes all of the subsequent months, so it's going November to October. Okay. You might want to change these expense types, so you can just type in whatever you need to, whatever is a valid expense for your business, if only. So what we'd say here is that when we buy chocolate for the business, the payment terms, these orange cells are on a drop down list, so you can either say that they're paid for immediately, after 30 days, after 60 days, or after 90 days. So chocolate would probably buy and pay for immediately. So then you can just put in how much you expect to pay every month. So any month where it's relevant, it might be £10 every month. So I'm just going to copy and paste those into all of those rows. Insurance, again that might be something you pay for immediately, and it might be say 35 quid every month, so that's going to be every month. Pop that in. Marketing, you might be able to negotiate 30 days terms with the person who's doing your marketing. So in November, if you incur £100 worth of cost, you might not pay for it till December. That's what that 30 days represents. So this might be something that you only get quarterly, so that you go in every month. Mobile phone, again you will pay for that sort of the month after, or sometimes actually no, that would be immediately. So again you could just put in 50 quid every month. Okay, so you get the idea of just popping in all of the values for each month that you're going to incur costs. Okay, so what that is showing you is how much your costs are going to be every month, and across the full year you're going to incur costs of £1,500, 1,540. Okay, we move on to the sales sheet. That's exactly the same principle with the colours. It's picked up all the relevant months that we've started on the expenses, and here you can either put in client names or you can put products. So for XL8 we might have workshops. Payment terms are immediate. So if I expect to have sales of £500 a month, every month, then I can put those in. Bookkeeping is another thing that I might sell, and again that is paid for immediately. So that might be, let's say, 1,000 every month, so put those in. And you can see straight away that the full year sales is being calculated there, so up to now 18,000 for the year, which is great. The next one I might have is projects, and on projects they're not paid for immediately, so I might put 30 days in for those. So I expect to have sales of say £500 every month, so I can put that, in fact every other month say. Okay, so what I can see here is I've got £21,000 worth of sales. If we go back to expenses, we've got £1,540 worth of costs there. So straight away we can just click on these red sheets now and just see what that's going to give us. So our profit and loss, if we click on there, there's our £21,000 worth of sales, and that's how it's broken down every month. These are our costs and how they're going to come through every single month. So you can see what profit is going to be every month. So in total for the year it's 19,460. Then we have to pay the nasty tax man, 3,892. So the profit each month and for the year it's going to be 15,000. And then you've got your net profit percentages here at the bottom, which are really useful as well. Okay, so although that's the profit for the year, that's not necessarily how the cash flow is going to come through. So if we click on the cash flow sheet, we can see that the projects, although I expected sales in November of £500, they're not going to get paid for until December. So we can see exactly how that's going to feed through. In this green cell here, we can actually put the opening bank balance. So if I had an opening bank balance of £100, then you can see at the end of November, my bank balance is going to be 1,505. The end of December, it's going to be 3,310. So actually, in this instance, cash flow is looking pretty healthy, which is always good. There's also a mini dashboard here, which basically shows the operating profit and the cash flow on a chart, so you can see it visually. Okay. Now, just to show you how easy it is to change things, if we go back to expenses and say I'm going to incur other expenses that I need to pay for immediately of £1,000, let's say £2,000 every month. If I put that in, then our expenses are going to be 25,000. So if I go straight to the P&L report, you can see that every month I'm automatically going to make a loss because those costs are going to be higher than the sales, which isn't great really. And then as well, if we look at the impact that's going to have on cash flow, again we can see that every month I'm going to be overdrawn. So this is really useful to know that across this year I'm going to be overdrawn. The highest amount looks like 4,440. So perhaps that might make me think about getting a short-term loan for £5,000. So if I had £5,000 in the bank to start with, then I've got enough cash flow to cover those losses that I plan to make. So you can see just how simple it is to see the impact on profits and cash flow really, really simply. Again, I could just change these again. So right, I can't spend that much money. Let's change it to 1,000. So again, straight through to the P&L, it's suddenly profitable again. Cash flow, I'm probably not going to need that 5,000 injection, so I can put that to naught. So I can see then the impact on that cash flow. Okay, this template doesn't include anything like VAT and payments of tax and things like that, because it's just very simple at this stage. If you wanted anything more complex that does include those things, it can be tailored for you. But I hope this, just as a starting point, is something that you'll find useful. Thank you.